Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today is going to be a follow-up to my most watched video, 5 tips to make your Square Reader work harder for you. If you haven't already watched that video, please go check it out. And then without further ado, we're going to see if those tips actually worked. Let's get started. In today's video, I'm not going to go into detail on each of the tips as I already did that in my last video. This is just going to be me following up and seeing if the actions that I took resulted in any additional orders or positive feedback. So the first tip was to add the sales tax. I did not do this at the beginning of my in-person sales when I first started doing in-person sales, but I did turn it on after a couple of shows. In Virginia, the sales tax is 5.3%. For the year, I collected $179.27 in taxes. And then for cash, I did not collect any tax, and I had $1,256.76 in sales. With 5.3% tax, that would be $66.06. And I will get to that later. So I shorted myself $66. The second point was to remove your address off of the Square Reader if you do not have a physical place of work, if your work is your house, to mark it as a mobile business. Most people actually don't ask for their receipt, so I'm not sure how much of an impact this had, but I didn't have any stalkers or anything like that, so that's good. And then the third thing was to add your email, website, and logo to the receipts so that you could get a possible additional sale. I do not believe that this led to any additional sales for myself. As far as I know, the online sales that I had after I initiated this were mostly to other states. So I assume that any sales that I made in person did not lead to another sale. I also handed out coupons at most shows with a sales code so I could see if people made a purchase later and use that code, and those codes were never used. So I need to work better on how to get a repeat customer to order online. And then, but I did have repeat customers in person. I had people come, and when I went to Dulles Expo in October, I had somebody come back in November, and then I had a couple repeats in December. So as far as being in person, I had repeats, but I did not get an in-person sale and then an online sale later. The fourth thing was to constantly update your inventory and make sure your online listings match your in-person listings so that you don't double sell. I did not double sell all year, so that's really good. Although where I did go wrong is sometimes people would buy things online with the picture and I didn't have that fabric anymore and I had sold it, but it wasn't in the same day. So that's a different issue on my part. The fifth and most important tip was to turn on your tipping. If you don't have your tipping turned on, you need to turn it on immediately. If you don't know how to do that, check out my last video. I show you a screenshot of exactly how to turn it on. So for 2021, I had $95.52 in fees from Square. I collected $137.46 in tips. This means that I had $41.94 extra from the tips. Now, if you remember, I said I did not collect any sales tax on the cash transactions. So it would have been $66.06. $66.06 minus $41.94, the leftover from the tip, minus the fees from Square, leaves me $24.67. So between sales tax on credit card and cash, and then the fees for the Square Reader, I only shorted myself $24.67 to use my Square Reader all year, and that's pretty great. And then my last tip for you, the bonus tip, was to add favorites. Adding favorites makes it so much easier when you check out. It makes it so much quicker. And definitely when you are at a big event and you have multiple people wanting to check out, you need to speed up this process and check them out fast and know what you're doing and look professional. So I definitely really like the favorites feature, and I will continue to use that. Overall, I think all my tips are still valid. I stand behind them. Like I said, the biggest one for me is that I cannot tell you enough that if you are a small business doing sales in person, turn on your tipping. Don't look at it as you're getting a tip for yourself. Look at it as you're covering for the sales tax that you mess up on or the fees that you have to pay just to be there, just to use your Square Reader, just to use your PayPal or whatever reader you have. Turn on your tips. And then it's not selfish in any way. If they're already there supporting you and they want to support what you're doing and they want to pay an extra $1 or $2, then go ahead and let them do that. Interesting fact that I do want to bring up real quick about the tipping is my last show that I did, I ended up doing a sale that if you bought 3 items, any 3 items, then you got $2 off. And what was very interesting is that almost every person that got the sale, got the discount. So for the jar openers, they are they're $6 each, which makes it $18, so it's $16. Almost every person who got the $2 off deal tipped me. This one lady tipped me like $10 and she got $8 off. So it was, I don't know the psychology behind that, but most people who paid with credit card and got the buying 3 $2 discount ended up giving me a tip. And some of them, it was like $4 or $5. And like I said, the one lady, it was 10. So turning on the tips is a great feature. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, get over it. You know, someone wants to support you, let them support you. I don't keep like a cash tip jar out. I think that's tacky, but that's just my opinion. I only do it on the app, and that just makes me feel comfortable. I just tell them, here it's going to ask for your signature and an optional tip, and then the next screen is going to ask you how you want your receipt. So it's really not hard at all, and it really helps you out at the end of the day and lets you keep doing what you want to do. All right, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day.